Welcome back at KTN's Scoreline. We're talking about sports. A lot is happening actually in the world of sports, and today we've been talking about chess and how the young talent have been nurtured at the same time, how we are just trying to shape our Kenyans who are trying to be able to star in matters to do with the game of chess. Now let me talk to a Ugandan. They are saying that they are the ones who want to come and win that title, playing against the Kenyans at their own turf. Now I'm joined by Goreti Angolikin. That name, it's Angolikin. I'm not wrong.
Yes, Angolikin.
So you're here and you're saying that you also want to win it, and you want to win it while playing against the Kenyans. How has it been so far?
So far, it's been a bit tough because the Kenyans are actually playing well, despite actually they're underrated because we have ratings, but you find someone playing a rating of about 1,300 but playing at a higher strength. Yeah, so it's...
So, according to you, Kenyans are underrated?
Yes, according to their strength, yes. Yeah, they're actually playing well, and a bit surprised. Yes.
Probably, what are you doing in your backyard, that is in your country, Uganda? What are you doing maybe for you to be a good chess player? Okay,
I train, I read books, at the same time I just solve tactics, basically that. Yeah. So
we're talking about this tournament, and we're talking about how Ugandans are trying to be as competitive as they can, probably. Do you think that for one to be a good chess player, is it a must that you start at a tender age, or maybe you can start when you're as old as me and maybe be able to master this sport?
It depends. If you want to be strictly a professional player, you have to start at a very young age. However, you can still be good if you start at an older age. Chess needs more hours. The more hours you spend, the better you become. It's just like reading for an exam. Yeah.
So what are you expecting? I know a lot is expected from you. And what are you expecting from this tournament as we wind up?
I'm expecting it... it's a bit challenging, according to Uganda versus Kenya. So, expecting, Kenyans will do probably well in the ladies section. And then the men, I'm not so sure.
Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's saying that Kenyans are underrated, and also at the same time, she believes that a lot is expected if you want to nurture that young talent. Now, I'll be talking to the Kenyan number one. She's Joyce Nyarwai, Kenyan number one, and she now joins me. I know you're smiling, and I believe it's because you're enjoying the game.
Yeah, it's interesting.
How has it been from yesterday when it started to this point?
It's been fun. I've been looking forward to playing Ivy. And then the gods have had my prayers. I'm playing her right now.
So it is Uganda number one against Kenya number one?
Yeah, East African one versus Kenya one.
East Africa one versus Kenyan one? Yeah. Mm. So how is it?
We'll see. It's going well so far.
I think I'm interested. I think I'll also speak to her very briefly, but in your own take, how is this sport, how is it being developed for you to be able to stand here as Kenya number one?
I think they have created more opportunities for players to participate in tournaments, especially in junior tournaments, okay? So there's so much chess being taught in schools, and that has allowed for more exposure for the players. So right now there is more competition. Yeah.
So do you believe that maybe you'll be able to win against her?
She's ran away or something.
There she is.
Yeah, but I'm hopeful I'm going to beat her.
She's done working?
Yes, Ivy, clear.
I think we're talking about Ivy, and also Ivy, a lot is expected. It is about East Africa number one against Kenya number one. You talk about these ladies and the smiles. Yes, they know how to smile, and it seems that these smiles are going on those boards. What's the secret for you to be the East Africa number one?
A lot of training. There's no way around it. There's no shortcut. You have to train consistently and persistently. Yeah.
Someone just said that the Kenyans are underrated. Do you think that that's true in your own assessment?
I think generally in most south of Africa, because of the lack of tournaments, and we don't get as much exposure. So it's very possible, yeah, that they're underrated because they don't get as much time to go out there, play and show their true, ratings and stuff. So it's possible they are underrated.
How is the sport in the region? We talk about East Africa, and you've been able to show the East Africans that you're the best. How is it? How easy or how hard is it for you even to be saying that you're the East African number one?
Well, as I say, it's easy to become number one, but it's very hard to stay there. So it's tough. The sport is growing so fast. There are so many children who are coming up. So it's tough to stay there. It's very tough, yeah.
It's very tough to stay there. Very, very congratulations for you to be there, and all the best as you take that game. But maybe I know people will say I want the Kenyans to win, but at the same time, it is a sport and anything can happen. We'll see who will be the victor in that. A lot is happening. A lot is expected. These ladies, actually, they literally had to stop their game for some few minutes. But before we run from this room, I'll interact with Martin. Martin is a team manager for the team KCB. How is it, and how do you think that this tournament is beneficial for or even the chess players?
For us as KCB, we are very happy and glad to be part of this, given that this is one of our pillars for nurturing talent through sports sponsorship. And we've been in this game for quite a while, having been for the last 15 years sponsoring motocross, having also sponsored the autocross, and this year's KCB Karen Masters coming up in July. But chess in general, we have been here. We've been partnered with the Kenya chess team for the last 10 or 20 years. In fact, I'm happy to say that in the Olympiad team for Kenya that is going to the Olympiad this year, 4 out of the 5 male people will be from KCB, and also one of our ladies will be attending. But even from the youth agenda, we have partnered with the chess organizations just to make sure that all the youth are involved in this, because we know if we nurture the youth, they'll become the next leaders. Yes.
Now, let me just ask you in brief, how important is it to nurture this young talent?
It's very important because chess is a game of thinking of strategy. And as we go on, we would like the youth to come up to be more strategic thinkers. If we nurture our kids in the right way, these are the future leaders, and then they will be start to think strategically, and this is where we need to take our country as a whole and as an individual. And as KCB, we are saying that this is where we need to start. We need to start from the kids as we go up into the youth, the teenagers, and the adults. Yes.
Thank you very much. There, actually, Martin just telling us how important it is to nurture this talent. I know a lot is